On this page, you do have hints. I am going to talk about some more. I will put hints on the key to this and your hints on your part 2, which is due tomorrow. You're going to turn it in tomorrow, so make sure you finish that. We are going to talk about tests like tests tomorrow, 6 weeks exam. So it told you to use the triangle sum theorem on this one, so hopefully your equation is equal to 180. If you simplify it, you got 5x minus 5 equals 180. So hopefully you had x was 37, angle A was 78, angle B was 37, and C was 65. Okay, questions on that? All right, then you will have a problem asking to use the exterior angle theorem. This states that your exterior angle, which is this angle here, whatever's on the outside of the triangle, is equal to the sum of the remote interior. So these two are your remote interior. So to show your work, you should have set it up as 2x minus 5 equals 70 plus x. Worked it out. You should have got x equals 75. And then that means the exterior angle when you plug it in is 145. Most of y'all had that. Okay. Correct it. Make sure you have the correct steps. You will see an exterior angle. All right. Kosi, did you set up the third one?
Yeah, third one, yeah.
What'd you write?
I got
Yeah, 3x squared minus 72 equals x squared. The
2x squared minus 17 equals 0. Oh, sorry.
It's not 30. It's 37. Did I write 36? Oh, it's 37. Sorry. It was the x. My bad. All right, the third angle theorem states that if I know that two angles are congruent, so G and H are congruent, F is congruent to I, so automatically you should know that K would be congruent to J, because the sum of the triangle is 180, so the third remaining would be the same. All right, there was two ways to solve this. If you just isolate the x squared first, I said 2, minus 3. All right, this will leave you negative 72 equals a negative 2x squared. And then if you divide it by negative 2, you get 36 is equal to x squared.
I found it easier to say 2x squared minus.
You take the square root, it's a plus or minus. You said 2x squared. Okay, or you said 2x squared minus 72 equals 0. Yeah, it gets you to the same answer, yeah. All right, angle K is 36, and angle J is 36. Circle or star number 4, this type of problem will be on the test. I think it's the same triangle, I just changed the numbers.
Okay.
Number 4. All right, so you have to use the perimeter to write this equation. Anyone get the equation? Rahel? What'd you get?
Well, wait, say the equation.
Yeah, I mean, just tell me what you did, or whatever you got.
I know the outset was x squared minus 8x plus 2 plus 3x plus 7 plus 4x minus 8.
Yeah, okay, so add all the sides. So 4x minus 8 plus the 3x minus 7 equals 69. Okay, and then then you simplify that. So you got x squared minus x, and then minus 3, and then you had equal 69. And then, no, didn't you make this equal to 0?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, so standard form, x squared minus x minus 72 equals 0. And then factor. Did y'all factor? Yeah, okay, so hopefully you got your factors to be x minus 9 and x plus 8. So x equals 9, x equals negative 8. We should be using this one to plug in because we can't have a negative link. All right, so FH, that side was 34, GH, this was 28, and GF was 7. So in order from greatest to least, the biggest side is 34, so that means the biggest angle was angle G. So it went G, then angle F, then angle H. Now on the last two, you saw for X, you should get X equals 50, so 130. They went from least to greatest, so the smallest angle is 30, which means the smallest side is PI, and then we have IE, and then PE. This missing angle here was 35, so we should have KN, the smallest side, KI, and then IN. Okay? Questions on this page? Hopefully you have them all right, or you know how to do them. Correct your setup. On the next page, circle the following. I will be checking that these are completed. It was 11 and 12, 14, then 16 and 18. Okay? I'm gonna give you some more time. Those problems must be completed. Okay? But you do need to add on to that. It does not, Kosi. Okay. Okay. Let me just make sure we understand. I need your attention. I know I said focus on the test like, but just make sure you read it and you understand what to do for each. This one says the sum of the interior of a convex polygon, so you would use n minus 2 times 180, that formula, just to do sum. But if it asks for one interior angle, and this is for a regular dodecagon, how many sides does a dodecagon have? 12. All right, so since I'm only finding one interior, I'm going to do n minus 2 times 180, but now divided by n, the number of sides. The reason why I'm referring to this is because you have to use that formula and work backwards for 11 and 12. Here, they want the sum. Here, they want the measure of one exterior angle on 10 of a regular 36agon. This would be 360 divided by n. So on number one exterior angle is 24. So the 24 equals 360, the formula 360 divided by n. So if they give you the angle already, you can change this. Since this is a ratio, 360 over n, you can put 24 over 1 and create a proportion and cross multiply them to solve it. So this would be 24n equals 360, and then divide by 24, yes. Oops. And so the number of sides is, yes, 15. So on 12, because a lot of you keep on saying you were stuck on that, or you didn't finish that one and one of the proportions. Again, they give you one interior angle. You will have to work backwards on your test using the formula. And one interior angle is 360, and I know this is my formula to get one interior. The 160 equals n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. I'm just going to put the 160 over 1 to create a proportion, and then I'm going to cross multiply. When I cross multiply, I get 160n equals n minus 2 times 180. And then you need to distribute the 180 into the parentheses. So 160n equals 180n minus 360. You're going to solve for n. So subtract the 180n from both sides. This will give me negative 20n equals a negative 360. Okay. And then you added the 360. You did more steps. That's fine. All right. Divide by negative 20. Yep. The number size is 18. Yes. Nope. All right, 14. You're definitely going to have to cross multiply and use FOIL. This would be x minus 1 parentheses times x plus 5 parentheses, and then equal the other cross products, which is x plus 3 times x minus 5. When you use your first, outer, inner, last method, one side gets simplified as x squared plus 4x minus 5, and the other cross product side is x squared minus 2x minus 15. Well, in here, when you start solving for x, if you subtract the x squares, they will cancel out. So you get left with the linear equation. You should have got x equals a negative 5/3 or negative 1.6. Yeah. No gridables. Almost for 16. 16. You can use this figure here. It tells me MC is 16. EH is 4. And then EC is 12. They want us to find MI. So right now, do you understand that 16 represents the whole side? This 12 is also a whole side. So you can compare whole to part. 16 over what? Over 3? Oh. No? Huh? Where you get 3 from? Oh. Yeah. X is, yes. No, she said 16 over 3, but I thought she was talking about the ratio, but this is the answer, which is right, 16 over 3. This is for MI. Yeah. Mm. Okay, you can do that. No, 16 is the whole. Yeah, you can't use the 8. Yeah, here this would be 16 minus x. If you, yeah, if you did the parts, yeah, you would have 16 minus x here. Like that. It would come out to the same answer. Yep. Okay. All right, now 18. Similarity ratio. All right, look at these pictures. All right, everyone agree that this pentagon ABCD is the big one? And we're going to the small? All right, so if I'm going to big to small, I'm going to compare my similarity ratio as that. I need a big side to this one over here, a small side. They go together. So big to small. I'm going big to small. This side goes with this side over here, right? All right, so that would be 5 over 2. Yeah, it's the bottom of the pentagon and it's the bottom of the pentagon. Mm-hmm. Huh? That's the scale factor. Okay. That's scale factor. Yeah, if I was asking for the scale factor, no. But he got a different, and the reason why, if I was asking for the scale factor, you would do second to first, meaning how did it change? Well, when I do that, that would be 2 to 5, which would be my k, which makes sense, right? Because k is now less than 1, and then it didn't get smaller. It went big to small, so that would work, because the k has to be less than 1 if I see it's getting smaller. If it gets bigger, then what happens to k? It would be 5 over 2, which is the other one. This is asking for small. Okay, it would be 5 over 2. If I was going from small to big, it had to be greater than 1. It's just a comparison of the two corresponding parts. Yeah. If it asks for scale factor, it would be 2 over 5. This is, you go in order with the similarity ratio. Okay. The scale factor is asking how it changed from the first to the second. Okay. All right, omit 22. Let's talk about a couple right now to make sure you can do them. Yep. Yeah. All right, you are going to be omit 22, circle 23 and 24, because we're going to do those right now. We're going to check to see you can reason and get them right. All right, you are going to be expected to determine if the triangles are similar or not, and then state the similarity ratio if they are. Morgan? Because I didn't want the angles to throw you off, because they're outside the triangle. Well, no, see, right there. That's why we're omitting it. That's wrong. Okay, we're just going to keep it omitted. All right, 23. All right, first of all, what's the 3 ways to prove triangles are similar? Angle, angle, side, angle, side, and side, side, side. Okay, all right, so with that being said, you need at least how many angles to prove it's similar? 2, and at least how many sides? 2, at least 2, okay? All right, at least 2. All right, now, right now we see it's both right, so we at least have 1 angle. So now we got to check to see if we have a second. No, we do not. This is 60. This is 20. Yeah, not enough. Well, we have enough information, but it's just not similar. Not similar, okay? All right, try 24. Try 24. All right. So we got the vertical, and we got the second one. This is yes. Angle, angle. Yeah, if you went to similarity ratio, we're comparing the 15 over 0.2. What does that get reduced to? Because one's a, yeah, huh? Yeah, 75 over what? Over 1, right? Yes, 75 over 1. Okay. Yes. Look, okay, you see this is a decimal. That's a whole number. We don't mix the numbers up, okay, when we're doing a ratio, and I want to simplify it. To get rid of this decimal, I'm going to multiply it by 10. Because if I multiply that by 10, it now becomes what? It becomes a 2. So now I have 150 over 2. What's 150 over 2? 75 over 1, okay? All right, now 27. The problem on 27 and this triangle up here, they go together. So use the triangle to help you problem solve, but you need to try 27 right now. If you label the picture 27, RM is 4, MN is 5, RS, you got to have the whole, is 7. We're trying to find. So we could have different proportions. We just got to compare the parts correctly. So you can say 7 is to 4 as 5. I mean, x over 5, excuse me. So 4x equals 35. And then you divide by 4. You can just keep it as 35 over 4. That is the reduced improper fraction. Which one were you doing? Yeah, that's right. That's the answer you had was right. Okay. Now, please try 31. The picture to the right goes with 31. Yeah, F is over here. All right. Should get 25 over 4. Okay. Or, yes. 6.25. All right. Do not forget, the part 2 is your homework and due tomorrow. Part 2, part 2, part 2. Huh? Yeah, that's the other packet.